Welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino, and we will be reviewing a beer. Of course we'll be reviewing a beer, right? What should we look at today? We're going to look at two beers today, and then I'm going to go take my nap. Apparently my cat's locked on the wrong side of the basement. He'll just have to sit there for a few minutes. That means he pissed or shit somewhere in my insulation. And I'll have to kill him. Anyway, this is a beer that was sent to me by Lee from Hougly Beer Reviews. Thank you very much, Lee. This is from the PEI Brewing Company. This is Gan. Gan has apparently bought some brew pubs and stuff in Nova Scotia. So this is a house ale at the Nova Scotia brew pub, from what I understand, from what Lee told me. This is Roost IPA. I don't know if he bought this at the NSLC. I don't know if he, if you can buy this type of stuff at the. I'm going to guess it was the NSLC. I don't know what, or maybe this brew pub was close to him and he picked it up at their retail store. I don't know the exact truth about it. 6% alcohol. It's from Nova Scotia. I love it that on the back it's PEI Brewing and on the front it's Nova Scotia. It's just, it's fun to me. It's fun to me when you think about things like that, like the Kawartha Lakes Brewing Company being brewed in Toronto, and just stuff like that. Formosa Springs being brewed in Toronto. You know, just things that actually are interesting because of the way the beer industry goes. Oh, that's a nice dark color. Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, that could have almost been a great commercial pour. Now, was a great commercial pour. Not much came off. Let's use my shirt to clean that up because I'm classy like that. Beautiful, beautiful orangish color. A little bit of haze. Lots of off-white head. A little bit of snap, crackle, pop. It's an intriguing beer. It's an intriguing looking beer. Oh, I love the haze on it. Visually, this beer is very appealing to me, even in a stout glass. That's right, I'm using the stout glass, so I'm not going to add to the beer as much as I could have. Oh, fuck. Woe is me. Oh! If I said I could smell anything out of the glass other than head, I'd be lying to you. But, caramel, malt, a little bit of like bubblegum sweetness, and a tiny bit of almost like a fresh hop scent, and just earthy notes. I actually really like the smell of this. That head is still pretty big, so I'm going to do my first sip out of the can, because there's a sip or two in the can, so we'll just drink that out of the can. Then we'll finish the review out of the glass, because that's way too much head for me to drink. I'll get it right up my nose. Okay, you know what? Rogue's Roost IPA reminds me a lot of what us here in Ontario call the Ontario Pale Ale. A little bit of fruit, a little bit of earthiness, very English-esque, and lots of malts. And basically it reminds me of, say, Tank House or Collingwood's Downhill Pale Ale, or Old Tomorrow's Canadian Pale Ale, or Hops and Robbers Pale Ale, or just, yeah, it reminds me of an Ontario Pale Ale. There's actually nothing wrong with this at all. It's a nice little beer. It's not spectacular, it's not special, it's not anything like that. It's just very drinkable, very easy to approach, and a flavor that shouldn't offend that many people. It will offend some. I won't say it won't. It will offend some, but it shouldn't offend that many. Yeah, a little bit of grapefruit, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of peel, an earthy bitterness emanating up through the throat. That's a great little beer. It's a great little beer. It's a great little pub beer. And to know that it's a Brew Pub's IPA, yeah, that works. It's a hybrid English IPA with a Canadian type of pale ale. And like I said, it just reminds me so much of what we call the Ontario Pale Ale here. Tank House and Downhill Pale Ale and Old Tomorrow and Hops and Robbers and fuck, the list goes on and on. But that's what this reminds me of. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. This here, not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Good little beer. Not all that wonderful, not all that spectacular, but solid. Like, very drinkable. I would not have a problem drinking this at all. I don't have a problem saying that I would buy this. I mean, this is a refreshing little pale ale. You know what? Easy 7 out of 10. Easy, nothing special about it, but nothing bad about it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.